The Terra Luna Classic burn is heating up. Let's go through the recent burn news. Make sure you stay till the end. That way you can hear how we can really diminish the Terra Luna Classic inventory without torching the vast majority of our stockpile. Today, 2 Classic is down about 1.5%. You're drawing nearer to the $700 million market cap as our value proceeds to fall, and we're seeing Terra Classic. There's recently been making some harsh memories the 2 or 3 months. As may be obvious, we've been on a declining pattern. Notwithstanding, there's actually trust for us to turn this around and return towards the highs that we saw back in September, where we had our cost top around 6x from where we are at the present time. What's more, the fundamental way for the Terra Classic cost to really shoot up that way will be including the Terra Classic burns you can see at the present time. Complete Terra Classic burn coming in at barely short of 51 billion Terra Classic. Our ongoing typical burn rate sitting at around 171 million inside Classic each and every day. Furthermore, you can see that our Terra Classic burns we've been moving pleasantly since the last Binance burn. We're hoping to see another significant Binance burn here very soon. Whether assuming that you're amped up for the Binance burn, ensure you buy in. Down beneath I'll have the update when the Binance where merges, and you would rather not miss that. As you can see, the Binance burn time of estimation is finishing here today, and we ought to be really gotten the burn numbers in the following 3 days. So it's extremely invigorating. We ought to get this data very soon. The business burn no doubt will really go through one or the other tomorrow or the next day. So it is around the bend, so that us might be able to see a Binance burn that could be really huge. Presently recall, this past purchasing run you can see here, this was for quite a long time worth of Binance burning. So as a general rule we would see fundamentally what might be compared to like around there in the following Binance room, which is as yet going to be about 2 or 3 billion inner work of art. Of everything work out accurately, you can see the 2 or 3 days the typical reduction inward Classic all-out supply is most likely around 50 million. We had a day where we have 500 million inward Classic really being singed, so we've been gaining decent headway there. Nonetheless, you're most likely going to see this green flame when we take a gander at the all-out USDC supply, and I simply need to address this truly speedy. This is something that is causing a great deal of dread a day or 2 ago. This isn't coming essentially from a new stamping capability. A ton of that has been crippled. This is from a cross-trade capability that is somewhat perplexing. However, it's essentially trading USC into a few different monetary forms, and that equilibrium has still been saved so individuals can trade to and fro and roll out an improvement in the complete stockpile in like manner. So from my comprehension, this isn't something to thoroughly overreact about. This isn't something that will likely happen much of the time, and something is normal. So don't stress over this incident. We truly do have the choice to close this down if you have any desire to stop it completely. However, it's not the apocalypse that we see green flame with the all-out USC supply really going up. Furthermore, when we investigate the Terra Classic top burners, you can see the top burners list remains generally unaltered. We are seeing Incineration Coin keep on going up, drawing nearer to 300 million complete 200 Classic burn. We see the feed of Live Diary Classic burns coming in. You can see a portion of this Terra Classic burn is warming. Level Club continues to burn around 1 million Terra Classic. Incineration came in with a 18 million Terra Classic burn. Then we have a few different things like Lunar Station 88 concocted the 10 million Terra Classic burn, got lucky around 1.5 million. So we are getting various elements, various individuals that are right now burning Classic. Notwithstanding, that is over the course of the several days, we're seeing a modest bunch of it. Right, clearly one have an ever-increasing number of interior classes torches that will come to having more utilities in our biological system that can keep torching the Terra Classic stock and supporting the mission of the Terra Classic burn. Presently, how might we lessen the flowing stockpile without torching terminal work of art? Well, that descends. 21 basic thing which is marking now. You can see our marking. We're drawing near to 1 trillion interior Classic state, which will be a gigantic achievement for our biological system. You can see we're proceeding to as of now move towards that achievement. This moment, assuming you're ignorant, how the equation is really determined for coursing supply is absolute stock less the sum marked to less on the local area pool, and that is essentially the way in which you get this coursing supply. Thus, on the off chance that we can really have more Terra Classic state, we can decrease that roundabout stock, since burning that lessens the complete inventory. Yet, round supply factors in how much Terra Classic is state, which is the reason you see that approximately 1,200,000,000 Classic distinction here, since it's figuring in for the State Diary Classic. Also people group pool, in addition to profit pool. So we're making a pleasant development downwards on that sum as we keep on having more broad Classic stakes, which is the reason it's so critical to ensure you guys go out there and stake with validators on the grounds that you can acquire awards while assisting the Terra Classic biological system with making it more straightforward for us to siphon possibly. Thus, on the off chance that you actually have faith later on capability of Terra Classic. Guys, that is a big update. If you guys enjoy the content, you want to stay up to date. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.